now tuned in
You are now tuned into
to the realest show on YouTube with your host, the Angryman.
What's good? What's going on with everybody? We back in the building. We got at you early this morning. Early this. Well, not too early, but you know, it is what it is. It wasn't too early, but it was before noon. You feel what I'm saying? So we had a show earlier today. You know, got some shit off my mind, got some things off my chest. You feel me? I'm feeling a little bit better, in a little better spirits. Um, just to give you guys an update on homie from last night. The show I did last night, I went ahead and did an edit on it so that the only thing that's on that particular show is the brother telling his story and explaining what happened with his son. Um, and I'm gonna tell you what I did. I sent out a bunch of messages to a bunch of folk. You feel what I'm saying? I sent out a bunch of messages to a bunch of folk. You feel me? And out of all of the folk, you know what I'm saying? I sent messages out. Now, look, at the end of the day, I can't make anybody do anything, but I just sent out, you know, messages and um, hopefully, excuse me, give me 1 second, you guys. Yeah, and shout out to lead attorney. Lead attorney hit me back. Um, lead attorney hit me back. You feel what I'm saying? He said it's frustrating because it happens more often than we really know. You know what I'm saying? It happens way more often than we really know. And he told me that there's other people that's kind of going through the same thing, and you got content creators that's actually um doing streams about it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm glad to know that people are actually, you know what I'm saying? People are actually doing streams about it or whatever. Feel me? See, this is some bullshit. Instagram is on some BS. I sent a bunch of messages to a bunch of people, and it's sitting here telling me that the message didn't go through. That's crazy. Um, but regardless, we gonna do our part regardless. You feel what I'm saying? Um, I'm happy to I'm happy to report that the show we did last night, it got like 126,000 views. Um, the two shorts that I did on it, the first short that I did live when I was like basically saying when y'all gonna stand up for black fathers, that short is at 43,735 views. The second one I did last night saying that I wanted to bring awareness about Amari, that joint is at 20,953 views. Um, I also posted it on Instagram, and let's see. On Instagram, we got one of the joints. On Instagram, we got one joint that got the first one got 14,000, second one got about 7,000. So, you know, we getting it out to people. Hopefully somebody will reach out to the brother and, you know, hopefully have some sort of solution for him. You feel what I'm saying? But real talk, shout out to lead attorney. That was actually the one message that went through. The other messages that I sent to folks didn't go through for some reason, so I'll give it a try again. But we praying for that brother. We hope that he gets some sort of solution to where he actually can get his son back. So if you're watching this, African Cartel, we praying for you, brother. I hope somebody reaches out to you. Um, it's crazy because we're doing this show about Clayton County tonight. Georgia's not at first. Y'all know what it is with me. I got plenty of videos saying that the city of Atlanta must be stopped at all costs, right? But I'm to the point now where I don't think we can limit this to the city of Atlanta. I think at this point we got to expand this out to the whole state of Georgia. You feel what I'm saying? The Georgia is not a real place, bro. I don't care what nobody say. When I saw this story today, because I went and took me a nap, and when I woke up, I hopped on Instagram to see what everybody was talking about, to see if anything was buzzing in the news, and I came across this story, bro. I ain't even gonna tell you no lie. This is one of the craziest stories I ever seen. Now, at first, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I thought it was some racism going on, but then I thought about it. Clayton County, that's black folk. You feel what I'm saying? That's black. This is Georgia. So we can't say it's racism because it's black folk in charge down there. But this story is utterly ridiculous. Like, in case you guys didn't see the clip at the beginning, a beauty supply store in Clayton County got evicted. And so the police basically took all of the stuff out of the store, took all of the supplies out of the store, and put it in the middle of the parking lot. And people went there thinking they was going to get the free stuff, right? Because it's an eviction, right? Police shut them down. Nah, nigga, y'all can't have this free shit. No, y'all cannot have this free shit. And it gets worse. It gets worse, bruh. Like, yo, dude, and look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. As much as I go in on a lot of the American B-dubs, especially the ones that seem to worship weave and all of that, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm actually on their side on this one. I'm on their side on this one. Even though the whole situation was ghetto, ratchet, and foolish, I can't front. I'm on their side on this one. Them police was on some BS. Like, real talk. And we gonna get into it, but before I got some video of it. I got a news story of it. You ain't gonna believe it. You're not gonna believe it. It's crazy. But before we get into any of that, we only got 12 contributors, man. Let's get the support up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the support up. Let's get the likes up. Let's get the support up. I need 10 people to hit the Cash App and support the show. Need 10 people. Wow, we only got 144 likes. What in the hell is going on? What in the Sam hell is really good? Is it that time again? Is it that time again? Is it that time again, y'all? Have we reached that time yet again? Shout out to Steve H. He says supporting the shoe. Steve H be hitting us up, man. I appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Kevin. He said fueling the anger. Shout out from North Phoenix. Appreciate you. Is it that BINO Nation? Is it that time yet again? Have we reached that time again? Tree said, think so. I do believe we have reached that time yet again. I do believe we've reached that time yet again. Because you already know what it is. Feel me? Shout out to Matthew for the stars. Appreciate you, bro. I do believe it is that time yet again. Yeah, it's that time yet again. It is that time for the purge yet again. Yet again, yet again, yet again. It is time for the purge. Time for the purge yet again. Yo, shout out to ESS Munchie. He said for the cook up. Shout out to Robert. He said, what up, AM? Do you have any BINO hoodies and sweatshirts dropping in the future? Yeah, we've got BINO hoodies on the site right now. All you got to do is go to, matter of fact, do I got any hoodies up there? Um, I'll drop some tonight, bro. I'll drop some tonight, man. All right, so this is what I want. I want everybody. Let's see. Shout out to Black Boy. He said supporting the homie. Shout out to Picasso. He said, I already know where you're going with this. Shout out to F Holiday. Appreciate you. Shout out to Eddie for being a sponsor.
$50 boss up. Stack up and match up.
All right, this is what I need y'all to do. Y'all know we always do the purge. And anybody that does not have a big wrench loses their wrench. You feel what I'm saying? If you're wondering how you get a big wrench, anybody that drop 100 or more will get a big wrench, which means you'll be safe from any purges in the future. all of that good stuff. You feel what I'm saying? But if you contributed to the show today, and I don't care if it was the show earlier today. Anybody that contributes on a day of the purge gets a wrench. So, any of you that contributed today, I need you to go ahead and put a 1 in the chat so I can get you that wrench back. You feel me? Shout out to Robert. He said, "Dub for the love, lifting up the voice of my kind." Appreciate it. Shout out to Milton. He said, "AM, did you see them heckling Kamala? It was awesome." No, I didn't. Somebody send me the clip. Somebody email me the clip at asktheangryman@gmail.com. Hey, Jermaine, why are you pressing a 1, bro? You got a big wrench. What's wrong with you? J. Jermaine be going back and forth with me sometime. He don't even realize he already got a big wrench. Already got a big wrench, bruh. And look at IMP. IMP know what time it is. He put the 1 up there, and he put the name that he uses in the Cash App. See, that's a smart man right there. That's a smart man right there. Anybody that contributed to the show today will get a wrench. And for the people that are not in attendance tonight, guess what? Don't you come over here and talk about where's my wrench. You should know by now. Don't come over here and talk about where's my wrench. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do over here. You feel what I'm saying? Come over here and talk about where my wrench. And you know they gonna do it. Y'all know they gonna do it. Y'all know they gonna come flying over here. Where's my wrench? What happened to my wrench? My wrench, my wrench, my wrench. What did I do? What did I do, Angry Man? Sammy. Shout out to Sammy. Let me go ahead and get you a wrench, Playboy. Excuse me, not Playboy. I'm sorry, Sammy. Sammy Ray. Let me go ahead and get you a wrench. Let me go ahead and get this young lioness a wrench. Jasmine. Let's go ahead and get Jasmine a wrench. Got you. So, I got a few clips that I want to play from the shout out to ESS Munch. He said, "One more time for your great mind. Appreciate you." So I got a couple of clips that I want to play that I saved from Instagram, right? And shout out to Mr. Ant the Great. Get you a wrench, fam. So, and by the way, you know, I don't care what nobody say. I think my purge idea is an awesome idea because, you know, when people come through, they be like, "Man, look at everybody that got all these wrenches." But guess what? Them wrenches circulate over here. Them wrenches circulate over here. Magwood said, "Need a wrench, AM." David P. Magwood. Hey, man, say something in the chat so I can get you your wrench, bro. Shout out to Black Boy with the membership. Shout out to Auntie Mickey. Said, "Hey, nephew, holding up the biracial section, no doubt. Hold it down for the golden race." You feel me? Got you, Magwood. Appreciate you, broski. Yeah, so over here, you know, the wrenches circulate. You know, only people that get permanent wrenches are people that are, you know, have been diehard contributors for a long time, and you know, or people that come through and drop that serious bread. You know what I'm saying? But it makes sure that the wrenches do circulate. You feel what I'm saying? So let me let me pull up these clips so you can get an idea of what's going on down there in Clayco. Check this out right here.
We are black women. We care about our crown. Why not give back to the community and let us get the products? Let us get the tools. Any other eviction. Like free stuff, so we came out here to get all this free stuff, but then the car saying you can't get the free stuff because the people want to take it. And how y'all gonna take some stuff that ain't even yours? It's free.
So I got my 2 baskets and took the bus or whatever to get down here to get some free stuff.
We're already in a recession. Times are hard. Why not just let us get the items and invest and be okay? We are black women. We care
Now, did you see how many police? Did you see how many police was out there? Shout out to Aki Aki. Said, "Come on, bro, you already know wrench mob, no doubt." Shout out to Bull City. He said, "Let me get that wrench signifies the tools you supply to fix life's inconceivable problems." Respect, AM. Appreciate you. So let me give you my breakdown. Let me give you my breakdown before we get to the news story, right? And Kelson, I disagree, bro. It actually was free. And I'm gonna tell you why it was free. I'm gonna tell you why it was free. And look, don't get me wrong. The niggas down there, they didn't make it no better when they got on the news because they you know, they was being ratchet, they was being ghetto. But I hate to say it, but they were within their rights under the law. They were within their rights. There is no law. Let me tell you something. If you get evicted and you don't come and get your property, right? If the sheriffs come and you already gone, you ain't there, and they take your stuff and they put it out on the curb, anybody can pull up and take that stuff. Anybody can pull up and take that stuff. Flat out. Flat out. That's the law. That's the law, bruh. These police were out of order. Now, here's the crazy thing. Guess where they took the supplies, y'all? Guess where they took the supplies? Guess where they took all of those products? Guess all that mountain of products. Guess where they took it? Yep. They took it to the dump. They took it to the dump. This is some nigga shit right here. This just shows you what happens. I hate to say it, but this what shows you what happens when black folk is in charge. Them police would rather take that stuff to the dump than let those people have it. Now, any other time, I might be like, so what? Any other time, I might be like, man, so what? Who cares, right? But I'm going to tell you why I care. The reason why I care is because I saw a migrant that's here illegally with $13,000 worth of food stamps. I saw a migrant that's here illegally with $5,000 worth of EBT cash. And what makes it worse is not only did they, look, check this out. They had the entire Clayco police force out there just to make sure they didn't get those products. And then they didn't have enough manpower, or they were too lazy. Look, this is what the cops did. I want y'all to really think about this, right? I want y'all to really think about this. It was the sheriffs that went in there and took all of that shit out of the store. Now, why did the owner get evicted? Because the owner passed away. The owner passed away, and I guess there was nobody else in charge of the store. I guess there was nobody else that could come and get the property or whatever. So apparently the owner passed away. The person leasing the beauty supply store. And so inevitably they get evicted because they not alive. They can't pay the lease. They can't pay the rent. So the owner of the building evicted them, which means the sheriffs went down there, took all of the stuff out of the store, put it in the middle of the parking lot. And they probably would have left it there had it not been for black folks that saw it and was like, oh, man, let me go get some of this stuff. They started calling people, hey, man, they got all these beauty supplies out here. People start coming down there, so the police created a perimeter. No, you ain't getting this stuff. And then had bins contacted somebody to bring garbage bins, and then went to Clayton County and got prisoners and brought them down there so that they, the prisoners, can put the beauty supplies in the freaking waste bins. And then police escorted the products to the landfill. And I just showed you. You would have thought that was a police escort for the president. You would have thought that was a police escort for the president. Shout out to Zero Fallout. He said, those we've had more protection than Trump. Facts. And I'm just sitting back looking at it like, bruh, this is some ignorant shit right here. Shout out to Robert. He said, do you think the police took it to the dump to prevent chaos and commotion? I'm sure with the amount of people there, fights would have broken out. That's probably part of it. But if we're being totally honest, they could have stood out there and made sure that nobody got to fighting and made sure that the people were being civil as they were getting the items, right? I get them not wanting a riot, not wanting any commotion, but, bruh, this is some ghetto shit, bruh. Shout out to Cass C. Said, they can take their time out to get free hair, but not do their own. They'll be all right. Woo! Y'all are cold-blooded. Oh my God. This was so bad that it even confused some of the white folk. Watch this.
Counted 42 police cars in this area, and I've never seen this many police, even for. And I live in the apartments behind this building. We had a couple of weeks ago, and we had one cop show up, and it just seems odd that for some merchandise from a beauty mart, you get the entire county police force to come out.
To use the supplies for hair, is book bags in there, is shoes in there, because the hair store sells all kind of things.
Georgia law says once a judge issues what's called a writ of possession in eviction cases, deputies can go in and toss out the tenant's belongings. Once it's in the street, those belongings are generally considered abandoned. Instead, Clayton County Police, sheriff's deputies, and Riverdale Police created a perimeter around the merch. Then they brought in dump trucks and vans carrying incarcerated workers to clean it all up.
Counted 42 police cars.
42 police cars. He said that they had a crime in an apartment complex back there. I guess somebody lost their life, right? And they sent one unit. Now, I really don't care about the beauty supply stuff. I'm looking at the mismanagement of resources. This is a mismanagement of resources. This is a mismanagement of resources. Like real talk. The fact that you would have 42 police officers, police units out there, in addition to going to get prisoners, probably out of Clayton County lockup. You feel me? To put all of that stuff in trash bins and then police escort it to the landfill. This is some nigga shit. This is some ignorant nigga shit all the way around. All the way around, bruh. Look at this shit. And then they lied to the people. Watch this one guy lie to him.
Somebody needs medical attention. So any vehicle that will be blocking and left unattended will be towed at the owner's expense. Second of all, the eviction started roughly around 11:30. We have to contact next of kin. We know the owner has passed away. So next of kin will be in charge of what's going to happen with this merchandise here. If the next of kin says...
Now, you hear what he said? He said anybody with any cars that's blocking anything, it will be towed at their expense. He said the eviction started at 11-something. He said the owner passed away. He said we're trying to contact next of kin. Whatever the next of kin decides to do with the merchandise, they got first dibs on the merchandise. If there's no next of kin that's gonna come and get the merchandise, and really be truthful, they wasn't even supposed to do that. If we really being honest. They wasn't even supposed to do that. They wasn't even supposed to do that. Like, if I was out there, I would have just took some shit. I would have just took some shit. I would have just walked right through that tape and started picking up stuff. As soon as the officer walked up to me and said, hey, man, you can't do that, I would have dropped the stuff out and said, arrest me. Arrest me. Because how you going to write it up? Because see, in situations like that, where they don't have any real jurisdiction, what they're going to do is they're going to try to get into a dispute with you, and then what they'll try to do is lock you up for disorderly conduct or resisting arrest or some shit like that. Nah, bruh, I would have had my phone recording. I would have went over there and picked some stuff up. When the cop walked up to me and said, hey, you can't pick that stuff up, I'd have been like, you evicted the person and put this stuff out in the street. It's abandoned. It's free. Well, you can't have it. Arrest me then. I'd have let him arrest me. Because I'd have sued the shit out of the county. But see, because black people don't know the law. Black people don't know the law. They, look. They don't know the law. You feel me? But you know what's funny about it? What's funny about it is black folk will turn up on other folks for pretty much anything. I'm trying to figure this out. You Negroes are not afraid to walk into a store and grab a bunch of shit that's not free. But when some shit is on the street, all the cops got to do is stand out there and say, you can't have it, and you just stand there and look crazy. Make this make sense, bruh. How does that make any sense? So you're standing outside looking at some free shit. You don't want to take it because the cops is telling you that you can't have it. But if you go in and grab some shit out of a store that's completely free, that's not free, the people in the store can't do anything. This country is backwards as hell, bruh. This country done got backwards, bruh. This country done got backwards, bruh. Now, even though there's a cop right there, there's a white cop right there talking. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna show y'all something in a second. Let's go back to this video.
If the next of kin says, hey, I don't want it, I don't care, please take it, then whatever. But until then, we have a legal obligation to give them an X amount of time. I don't know exactly. But until then, we have a legal, hey, I don't want it, I'm in charge of what's going to happen with this thing. So next of kin will be in charge of what's going to happen. We know the owner has passed away. So next of kin will be in charge of what's going to happen with this merchandise here. If the next of kin says, hey, I don't want it, I don't care, please take it, then whatever. But until then, we have a legal obligation to give them an X amount of time. I don't know exactly what time it was.
Now, did you hear what he said? He said the eviction started at 11. We know the owner has passed away. But we are going to get in touch with the next of kin. If the next of kin says that they don't want it, they don't care about it, then whatever. In other words, the people can have the stuff. Apparently, they never got in touch with a next of kin. How do we know this? Because they took all of the shit to the landfill. So he literally stood there and just flat out lied to everybody. Literally stood there and flat out lied to everybody. Now, if you're wondering who's in charge of this police station, check this out. This is the Clayton County Police Department website. Right up front, we got two Negroes. But let's scroll down. Who's the chief of police? Who is the chief of the police? Right? Let me see if I can fix this so y'all can see it. There's the chief of police. Right? Kevin Roberts. Citizens ask questions. Chief Kevin Roberts answers the questions. Ooh, we should love to ask. Let me click on this real quick. Let's see if anybody asked him any question. Look, all you gotta do is type in there and ask him, hey broski, why you didn't let them people have that stuff? And correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this an elected position? Isn't this an elected position? See, this is why I tell black folk, y'all gotta start paying attention. Y'all gotta start paying attention to your local politics. You feel me? Because I can tell you right now, after a situation like that, that Negro wouldn't have had, he would not get reelected. He wouldn't get reelected. That Negro would not get reelected. Now, who was there on the scene? Who was on the scene acting mean, looking clean? Let's see. Let me get this. Let me pull this story up.
A massive crowd converged on a shopping plaza in Clayton County earlier today. Hundreds showed up to a beauty supply store that deputies had just evicted, hoping to get some free merchandise.
Instead, law enforcement swarmed the area and put an end to that. Al Fox 5's Rob Durienzo was live tonight at that shopping plaza. And Rob, you spoke with Sheriff LaVon Allen.
I did. That's exactly right. Good evening to you both. We'll show you what he said in just a moment. But the people I spoke with said they didn't come down here to steal anything. They thought this mountain of merchandise sitting in front of this beauty store behind me was fair game. And then, as time went on, hundreds of people showed up.
First it was calm, and then I guess everybody made a phone call, and it got a little out of control, a little like Freaknik 96.
Soon after, Clayton County deputies evicted this beauty supply store off Terra Boulevard, dumping their inventory in the parking lot. A lot of people showed up, hoping to snatch up some free stuff.
Wigs, braided hair, makeup, lashes, earrings.
Instead, Clayton County Police, sheriff's deputies, and Riverdale Police created a perimeter around the merch. Then they brought in dump trucks and vans carrying incarcerated workers to clean it all up.
When citizens are evicted, things are up for grabs. So we was assuming that the things were up for grabs.
And a lot of people we spoke with say that was their impression showing up here, too.
And as somebody who is in the beauty industry, it definitely would have been helpful.
Kids could use the supplies for hair. It's book bags in there. It's shoes in there because the hair store sells all kind of things.
Georgia law says once a judge issues what's called a writ of possession in eviction cases, deputies can go in and toss out the tenant's belongings. Once it's in the street, those belongings are generally considered abandoned.
People get evicted on the street. They're not like this. They don't make sure people's stuff don't get touched when we get evicted.
Fox 5's I-Team found a judge granted a writ of possession to the store's landlord 2 weeks ago, which deputies served this past Friday. So I asked Sheriff LaVon Allen why he doesn't consider this property abandoned.
And they could do a lot of good with it versus...
Sheriff LaVon Allen. Look at him sitting out there making sure them niggas don't get nothing for free. Look at old Uncle Ruckus out there making sure these niggas... You Negroes ain't getting a damn thing for free. Nothing. Oh my God. Nigga.
Now what in the haberdasheries and hemoglobin is going on here?
They're just going to sit in a dump somewhere. It's not my property. Whose property is it now?
He asked him whose property is it. You see what he said? He said it belongs to the owner. The owner is dead. What are you talking about? Niggas ain't shit. You hear me? Niggas ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit.
And if you couldn't hear too well at the end, it was a little difficult to listen to. Sheriff Allen said essentially that this was the store's property. But meanwhile, these people here really, they had a different understanding of this all. And again, our reading of the state law was that this was essentially abandoned property. Russ?
Well, did you hear what he said? His reading of the state law. This was abandoned property.
Obviously, the property has value, but it certainly looked like it had been thrown out like trash. Rob, do we know where those trucks ended up? Where'd they take all that merchandise?
And Russ, that's a question a lot of people even still have been coming by and asking, where did they put all of this stuff? I want to show you a video that Lovejoy Police posted a little while ago. They say these are these products in the landfill. They say all of those items are being destroyed, telling people not to show up at that landfill, adding they will be monitoring the area. Russ?
So they took all of this shit to the dump. and then told people, don't you go to the dump and get that trash. We will be monitoring the dump. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up. Now, with all that being said, it's an election year. And guess what? Down in good old Georgia, they will be pandering for your black vote. Black women, you still don't see it yet? You still don't see it yet. They will use y'all for your vote. They will promise you all kinds of goodies and knickknacks and all of this. They'll use y'all for y'all's vote. But they won't even let you get free beauty supplies that's been thrown out. They literally threw a bunch of beauty supplies in the street. In the street. And when y'all showed up thinking y'all was going to get some free beauty supplies, they said, nah, denied. Nope. Nope, you can't have it. Sorry for ya. Nah, take your behind back home and sit your ass down until we need you to vote for a Democrat. Take your behind home and sit down until we need you to vote for a Democrat. Now, I want y'all to think about this. You feel me? Think about the fact that the owner wanted the stuff out of the spot because I guess he wants to rent it to somebody else. The police went down there. The black police went down there, threw all of the stuff out in the street. Black folk showed up to get the free stuff and was within their rights to do so under the law. The police told them, well, we got to notify next of kin, which you already know there's no next of kin because if there was, they would have never had to throw the stuff out in the street. What person that has a relative that owns a I can tell you right now, it was probably somebody from another country that came here by themselves, started a beauty supply store, and their family members is probably in another country, right? So they said, we got to notify next of kin. There was no next of kin, obviously. So they said, if the next of kin don't care about the stuff, then it's whatever. But no next of kin ever showed up to claim any of the stuff, right? Which is already BS, right? So these black police officers went to Clayton County, got black prisoners, and brought them out there in order to put all of that stuff in trash bins so that black people couldn't have it. And then the black police officers escorted the weave to the damn dump so that black folks couldn't have the weave. But y'all sitting down there in Clayton County talking about racism. Oh my God. You can't be this stupid. Oh my Lord. You can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Sweet Jesus. Oh my God. Georgia ain't shit, bruh. Georgia ain't shit. When I tell you Georgia ain't shit, bro, I mean that. Oh. Zero Fallout said if it were migrants, the police would have convoyed all that to their place. The government would have gave them even more money to start a business. Facts. Facts. Yo, if it was migrants, what they would have done, they wouldn't even took the stuff out. They would have let the migrants back up their trucks to the store and just go in there and take whatever they wanted. I don't know what happened to this country, man. Any other time, like the world that I came up in, them cops would have put that shit out there in that parking lot and they would have left. And black folk would have came there and they would have got, and let's be honest, let's be real about it. Black folks wouldn't have been out there fighting. Because let's be real, black folks don't get, let me tell you something. The only way there would have been a fight is if somebody was out there making them stand in line for that shit and somebody broke the line or some shit like that. That's the only way it would have been a fight. Why? Because black folk love free shit. So what would have happened is black folks would have went out there, they would have been grabbing as much as they could carry, and within an hour, that parking lot would have been empty. That's what would have happened, if we being totally honest. You feel me? Because look, I don't make no, y'all know I don't make no excuses for black folk. I don't make no excuses for black folk. But I know my people. I know my people. And I can tell you right now, they wouldn't have been fighting. They wouldn't have been fighting. They'd have been out there for that free stuff. They would have been out there for that free stuff. They'd have been out there grabbing as much free stuff as they could grab, and they'd have been gone. They'd have been like Ezel. Now Ezel roll up, he grab him some shit, and then just take off running. That's what would have happened. Yo, if you're just coming in here, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the Cash App and support the show. Shout out to Kelson. Appreciate you. Shout out to Mogul Mays. He said New York is more lenient with tenant laws. Crazy. Shout out to Jaron. Appreciate you. Yo, anybody that supported the show that did not get their wrench, press a 1 in the chat room. He said, I don't know, they act crazy as F on Black Friday. Yeah, because Black Friday got lines. Because Black Friday got lines. Black Friday has lines. And then on top of that, people know what's going to be at the store before they get there. So they might have one item that usually is $500, they selling it for $100. So of course people are going to riot and fight and all that because they trying to get that deal. It's different when it's free shit. It's just sitting out. When it's free shit that's just sitting out, people are coming there, they don't know what they going to get. They just happy to get something. So they going to grab what they can grab and they going to haul ass. They're going to grab what they can grab, and then they're going to haul ass. So if I was a betting man, I would say they didn't. Well, you got to think about it like this, too. The police was out there, and they didn't start cutting up. They didn't start cutting up. They were standing out there patiently waiting for the police to allow them to get the stuff. And the police pulled the okie doke on them. They said, oh, well, you know what? Y'all just chill. Y'all calm down. We're going to try to get in touch with the next of kin. If the next of kin don't want the stuff, then y'all can have it. And they was like, okay, cool. We'll chill. They brought them prisoners in there. We putting all of this in there. Put it all in there. And then escorted that shit to the dump. Let's just talk about the waste. Let's just talk about that. Let's talk about the waste. Do you look, I'm gonna keep it funky with you, right? I know it's a funny thing because it's hair supplies, you know, and like the lady said, they got other stuff in there. They had book bags in there, they had makeup in there, they had all kinds of products. It's one of them big ass beauty supply stores that sell a bunch of different stuff, right? Clothes, all types of shit, right? So here's my thing, right? I always look at any place sideways when they would rather throw some shit away than to let somebody have it for free. So you got products that cost money. If somebody was to go into that store and shoplift, they could be prosecuted for it. So the stuff in there is valuable, right? But the moment there's a situation where those valuable items are now up for grabs, you literally have the police force saying, we would rather throw this shit away than let you get it for free. That's fucked up. I don't care what the products are. I don't care what the products are. That's messed up. Any way you cut it, that is messed up. I don't care what nobody say. And like I said, you know, black folks down there being ghetto, being ratchet. Like in that scenario, I really don't care. In that scenario, I really don't care if they was down there being ratchet. That those police were dead wrong for that shit. And they were not within the law to be doing that. Let's see. Hickory Excalibur. Hey man, say something in the chat, bro. Shout out to Hickory. He just dropped some bread. He just became a sponsor. We got to get him a big wrench.
Here we go again. $100 boss up. Going down. Stack up and match up.
Hey, Excalibur, say something in the chat, bro. So I can get you your wrench. Let's see. Shout out to Jeremy. Appreciate you. Shout out to Lucid Experience. He said losing election for not giving free bundles. Woo. Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If I was you Negroes in Georgia, I damn sure wouldn't vote Democrat after that. Because guess what? The Republicans wouldn't have gave a shit about that. Look, let's be real. I guarantee you that police chief, that police sheriff, I guarantee you they Democrats. I guarantee you the Republicans wouldn't have cared about that shit. The Republicans would not have given a damn about that shit. Cool, I got you, bro. Hickory Excalibur, you now have a big wrench, my friend, which means you will be safe from any future purges. Now keep in mind, when you get a big wrench, that don't mean you're going to have the wrench permanently. The only way you'll have it permanently, you got to come through and show your face every now and then, fam. Because if I look through the big wrenches and I notice that certain people have been missing for a long time, man, we'll get rid of them. You know, I don't expect you to be here every day, but you know, every once in a while, come through, show your face. You feel me? But shout out to Danielle. Danielle said, "I appreciate you." Appreciate you, Danielle. Say something in the chat so I can get you a wrench. I wouldn't. Let's see. Raymond said $100. Yes, $100 will get you a big wrench, and it will make you a sponsor of the show. Look, I'm sorry. That right there. Look, and I get it because you know we BINOs here. We hate to see people running around begging for free shit, but you got to keep it real, right? You got to keep it real. These black people was not begging for anything. You feel me? These black folk wasn't begging for anything. If we're being totally honest and we're being totally fair, they saw an opportunity and tried to seize the opportunity. I can't be mad at them for that. I can't be mad at them for that, bruh. Like real talk. Real rap. Can't be mad at them for that. Shout out to Black Boy for the membership. Appreciate you. Shout out to Rail Maverick. He said nothing but facts, AM. Appreciate you. Hey, Rail, say something in the chat so I can get you a wrench, bro. Like, I'm just keeping it real. I mean, I'm not gonna look at this from a biased position because it's black folk getting beauty supplies. I'm not. Like, look, we gotta be honest. There's a lot of factors we gotta weigh into this. You feel what I'm saying? One factor we gotta weigh into this is we're under Bidenomics right now. So a lot of those black folks that went to that beauty supply store struggling. You know what I'm saying? They struggling. They saw an opportunity to get something for free and was within the law to do so. You feel me? Lucid Experience said, Angryman, he's a Democrat. I figured like you didn't even have to confirm that for me, bro. I knew he was a Democrat. I knew he was a Democrat. Because I don't know how many ways I got to say this, man. The Democrats do not really like y'all. They don't. The only reason, and I know what you're going to try to say, but the Democrats give us welfare and stuff. Yeah, because the Democrats are only going to give you things that have strings attached to it. If you go down there to sign up for welfare, they get to be all up in your business. You feel me? See, them black folk going down there and getting that free stuff out of that parking lot, it didn't have any strings attached to it. There was no way that the state, the county, whoever could benefit from that. You feel me? There was no way for them to benefit from that. And that's the main reason why they didn't want you to have it. Which lets you know, okay? They don't really care about us. Real talk. Yo, shout out to Gary. He said, black people vote Democrat. They want something for free. Yeah, and don't realize they never really get anything for free. Shout out to JLJ504HD. He said, that was a sad state of affairs, AM. That was niggatry. It was niggatry. Do you think, let's be honest. Let's be totally honest. Let's be totally honest. State of Georgia. If that police force was predominantly white, do you think they would have cared about that fucking? You think they would have cared about beauty supplies? Do you think they would have cared? Let's be honest. You think they would have gave a damn about that? Hell no. And look, you see how many people were out there. They didn't care about that vote. They didn't care about no vote. But guess what? Even though it's an election year, I guarantee you ain't nobody going to say anything about it. I guarantee you ain't nobody going to say nothing about it. If I was them black people, I'd be contacting Stacey Abrams. I'd been contacting Kemp. I'd have been contacting everybody. What they should have did, I'm going to tell you what they should have did. They should have, all of them black folks, after they did that, they should have all went down to that police station and filed complaints. All of them. But black people don't know how to organize. Black people don't know how to organize. They should have all got in their cars, went down to that police station, and just you know what I'm saying, like, file complaints. Like, that shit is jacked up. Because the police are supposed to operate within the law. They're not supposed to just be doing whatever they want to do. Black, white, green, purple, whatever. They're not supposed to be operating outside of the law. The moment that they put a perimeter around that stuff, went and got prisoners to load it up in the trash bins and escorted it to the landfill and then told everybody they bet not go to the landfill and get it, they were out of their jurisdiction. Because they were not operating within the confines of the law. But see, regardless of how ghetto and ratchet that some black folks be behaving in Georgia, these are still American citizens. And it raises a very important question. That question is, why? Why does it seem like the state is now at war with American citizens? Why do migrants come here and get more favor and get more handouts and get the benefit of the doubt over American citizens? See, that's really what my bad, y'all. Internet acting a little wonky. Okay, hold on one second. Yeah, so like I said, I don't care what you think. I don't care if you think they had jurisdiction. I'm gonna tell you what the problem is, right? This is what the problem is. If we're gonna be totally honest. Now you see how look, Amir said using the government resources gives them jurisdiction over you, i.e. money, internet, phones, etc. It comes down to public versus. Look, bruh, if you about to hit me with some of that, look, there's always one, man. There's always one. Y'all know where he's going with this, right? Y'all know where he's going with this, right? This is one of them situations where he gonna start telling us we ain't got no rights. Go ahead. I know that's where you going with it. I know that's where you going with it. You about to tell us that we ain't got no rights and the police always got jurisdiction. They don't always have fucking jurisdiction. They don't always have jurisdiction just because you're on the internet or just because you have a phone or just because it is. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. They don't always have jurisdiction. You know how many times somebody has told me that I couldn't do something? Because see, that's the world. That's the world that the average black person lives in. Oh, well, the police said we can't, so we can't. Do you realize that white folk don't give a damn what the law is? They gonna challenge it. They gonna challenge it. And guess what? If they find out, like for instance, let's say there was some white folk down there trying to get that stuff. They would have been challenging the shit out of them cops. Have you ever taken the time to just go and watch those First Amendment audits? They would have been challenging the hell out of them cops. Now, this is what would have happened with them. If they would have found out that the cops had jurisdiction because of some loophole, oh, guess where their next stop would have been? City Hall. Oh, we gonna fix that shit. We gonna fix that shit. We gonna fix that shit. But you know what black folks is gonna do? They're gonna do this. Damn, we wasn't able to get nothing. Oh, well, guess I just go back home and go watch some reruns of Power. Let me go on back home and let me go on back to the crib and watch some reruns of Power because it ain't nothing we can do. That's black folk. That's black folk. Let me tell you something. If you can pull up the law, right? And if you can pull up the law, like for instance, I'll give you a prime example. The last time there was an election, back in 2020, right? I went into a voting precinct. And there was a lady in there that was over the voting precinct, right? Now keep in mind, this woman don't got no real power, right? She don't have no real power, right? This is some sort of voluntary position. This is not an elected position. None of that shit. I go in there and I happen to be on my phone and she was like, you can't have your phone in here. You can't be on your phone in here. I looked her straight in the face. You know what I said to her? I said, quote the law. Tell me what law says that I can't have my phone in here in a voting precinct. And she tried to hit me with a law, right? She said statute something, blah, 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 blah. The moment she said it, I pulled it up on the phone. I said, this shit don't say nothing about no cell phones. You should have seen the look on her face. Because what black folk don't understand is they love to quote laws to you because they know you ain't going to go read it. You ain't going to go read it. You feel me? All they have to do is say it's against the law to do X, Y, Z. See, that's why even though I think sometimes it's goofy when the dudes do the First Amendment audits, I love the fact that they do it and they record it. Because them doing that shows you how much police abuse their power. It shows you how much folks do not understand the law. right? That go Real Maverick. Real Maverick said that fear comes from not knowing the law in the first place. Facts. And this is what's so funny about it. Some of them laws that they're quoting, do you realize how quickly you can shut down some police officers just by saying, arrest me? Let me tell you something. If you've really broken a law and you say to the cop, arrest me, he gonna be like, okay, put your hands behind your back. But if you have not broken no law and he not going to be able to write that shit up properly, and you say, well, arrest me then, he going to start negotiating with you. Well, nah, I'm not trying to arrest you. I'm trying to give you a break. I'm trying to, nah, nigga, you ain't arresting me because you can't arrest me. See, me, I would rather just tell the cop, arrest me. I know where my fight is at. My fight is in the court. My fight is in the court, and we going to get this tossed out. We going to get it tossed out. I owed some child support, and I had to go to court for that shit back in the day. And I knew the judge was going to try to lock me up. I told my lawyer that I was going to file for a Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You know what the lawyer told me? You can't do that. I said, okay, you're fired. Now, take your officer of the court ass the hell up out of my fucking face. And I'll deal with this shit myself. Well, you can't file bankruptcy to get out of paying child support. Nobody ever said anything about getting out of paying it. But a Chapter 13 takes the jurisdiction from the state and puts the jurisdiction in federal court. In federal court, when it comes to civil matters, they're not trying to lock you up for the shit. What they're going to do is they're going to restructure it so that you can pay it off. But the one thing they're not going to do is hold you in contempt of court the way the state will and lock you up for contempt of court. You feel me? Which I did successfully. But if you ask any lawyer, any officer of the court, they're going to tell you, oh, you can't do that. You know how many times they've told me I couldn't do something? But the difference between me and the average Negro is I do not respect their authority if they're trying to shit me. If I know I'm in the right, I will challenge their authority, which is what every good American is supposed to do. Okay? There's a reason that we have elected officials. There's a reason that laws get passed by elected officials. Government is defined rule of the people. The Constitution, the Bill of Rights, we the people. The problem is Americans do not take that serious enough. You are being governed, not ruled. Now, if you want to come here and say, well, no, technically we're being ruled, then guess what? You need to challenge that shit in a court of law. If you feel like elected officials are abusing their power, you need to challenge that shit in a court of law. Hold them to those words that they claim they live by. We the people hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. Hold them to that shit. This is what Benjamin Franklin meant when they asked him, do we have a republic or a democracy? He said a republic if you can keep it. Key word, if you can keep it. But I can tell you this right now that I know for a damn fact. Ain't no cop gonna stop me from getting some free shit. I'm gonna look at him like he crazy. Stop letting them play with you. Stop letting them play in your face. Learn them laws. And when you go to court, make sure your paperwork get there before you do. You feel me? Make sure your shit is in order. And I tell you something else too. I'll tell you something else. If you don't like the way your local government is operating, guess what you can do? Guess what you can do? Let me tell you about a guy by the name of Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson went down to that city hall and he gave a fiery speech about the Second Amendment. Down in Greensboro, gave a fiery speech about how they want to take the guns out of the hands of law-abiding citizens exercising their Second Amendment rights. But that ain't going to stop the criminals from having guns. Y'all done lost y'all minds down here. He chewed them out. And after he chewed them out, you know what he did? He ran for lieutenant governor and fucking won. So guess what? If you don't like the way your local government is running shit, guess what you can do? You can run for office and run them up out of office, and then you run the shit. And I don't care what office it is. I don't care if it's lieutenant governor. I don't care if it's governor. I don't care if it's senator. I don't care if it's president. If Kamala can be sitting up there running for president, anybody can. Bull City said he's running for governor of NC right now, and I hope he wins. I hope he wins. I know he's running for governor. You know how I know he's running for governor? Because I follow him. Because I follow him. That's how I know. I know he's running for governor because I follow him. That's a black man who put his money where his mouth was. He put his money where his mouth was. He saw something he didn't like. He said, you know what? I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to do something about it. And I can't do nothing but salute it. I can't do nothing but salute it. Raymond said, People do not decide to become extraordinary. They decide to accomplish extraordinary things. Edmund Hillary. Facts. Facts. Mad Monk said, Mayor, Angryman. Yo, everybody, you know how long people been telling me I should run for some sort of public office? I don't think I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm going to do that. Because I don't like being confined to certain things. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure there are plenty of you out there that are more than capable, that are fully capable. You feel me? Plus, I got a checkered past. I done got into a bunch of shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? If I ran for anything, they would go digging into my past and they'd find a bunch of shit that would not be very that would not be very good. You feel what I'm saying? So I just leave that to the people that can, be politicians. I have a cousin right now that's a mayor. I'm not going to tell you what he's the mayor of because then I'd be doxing him and you'd know who he is. But I have a cousin that's a mayor. Right now, as we speak. You feel me? I wish he would have been in government in Georgia because that's who I could have called to try to help out our homeboy last night. But I don't know anybody that's in government in Georgia. Feel me? I know somebody that's in government here. I went to school with her. You feel what I'm saying? I know a couple people that's in government in VA. But I ain't gonna front though. If I did run for office, I'd have a shot. I'd have a shot just off of popularity. You feel me? I'd have a shot just off of popularity. If I continue to grow my channel and get bigger and bigger, I'd have a shot just off of popularity. Mr. Beast could have ran for some sort of public office if he hadn't screwed up. If he hadn't screwed up, you feel me? That I'm not even gonna get into. I don't even know the details of the scandal that he's caught up in. All I know is I heard it wasn't good. I heard it was bad. Bishop J. Jermaine said, Angryman, you would snap. Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be able to run I wouldn't be able to have a political campaign because I would snap out about something. I would get up on that podium and get to talking shit. And before you know it, I'd be done said something crazy. Said there's always city council. Now, I could probably slide in there. I could possibly slide right in there. City council. You feel me? It's possible. You feel me? Now that I've given back some of the wrenches, it's time for us to revert back. Let's revert back to members only. But yeah, the way they did these people down there in Georgia, that was horrible, bro. That was horrible. There's no other way to say it, man. This was a disgrace. This was terrible. This was terrible. Terrible.
Shit like the club, these folk got baskets.
They out there with baskets and wasn't able to get nothing. Nothing.
Folk got baskets out here, man. Folk want all these folks shit. Beauty market over with for your shit. Folk finna get you. Folk finna take out beauty market. It's over with. And these folk finna bomb wrestle. Soon as they walk out, these folk finna bomb wrestle for everything. It's over with. Folk finna bomb wrestle for everything.
Counted 42.
This is comedy. It's funny and it's sad. It's funny and it's sad, bruh. It's funny and it's sad. But these are the same Negroes that's gonna go and vote Democrat. Watch. Even after this, they're gonna go and vote Democrat. I don't see why they would. I wouldn't. I wouldn't vote Democrat. I wouldn't vote Democrat. There's no way I would vote Democrat. Somebody said they had a clip of Kamala being heckled. Does anybody have that clip? Does anybody have that clip? Let me see if I can find it. Kamala Harris heckled today. Let's see what this is about. Let's see.
You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that. Otherwise, I'm speaking.
I need the clip. I need to hear what was said. I need to hear what was said. Where's the clip?
Because Coach Walls and I know the middle class built this great country of ours. And when the middle class is strong, America is strong. And look, as we move our nation forward, Donald Trump intends to take our nation backward. Just look at his Project 2025 agenda. Project 2025. And please do check out Project 2025.
Why is she still up there telling this lie? Project 2025 is not Trump's. Why are you still telling this lie, Kamala? Everybody knows it's a lie at this point. That was drafted by a right-wing group that actually tries to shop that around to every candidate, including Democrats. Why are you still telling this lie, Kamala? Like, come on.
Because I'm telling you, it is a plan. It is a plan to weaken America.
Y'all hear him in the back?
America's middle class. Project 2025. If he is elected.
You hear the booing in the back? Like the people behind her is trying to drown it out. The people behind her is trying their best to drown it out. Look, she's not, she's easily heckled. Look.
I'm here because we believe in democracy. Everyone's voice matters, but I am speaking now.
Now, I'm talking now. I'm talking.
So Project 2025. Look, if he is elected, Donald Trump intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to surrender our fight against the climate crisis, and he intends to end the Affordable Care Act. You know what? If you want Donald Trump to win, then say that, otherwise I'm speaking.
That is not, look, let me tell you something. You see that? You see that right there? You see what she just did? That right there should tell you everything you need to know about her. That right there should tell you everything you need to know about her. That little outburst right there. Look at the look on her face. Look at the look on her face, bro. Shout out to Robert Frazes at AM. You remember Trump's TV show, The Apprentice? I can envision Trump saying, Kamala, you're fired. Facts. Look at the look on her face, bro. The look on her face says it all. Woo! Sweet Jesus. The look on her face says it all. Shout out to JLJ504HD. He said that. Already read that one. Shout out to Gary. He said, do you think black people will ever change in the future? It would take an act of God. It would take an act of God. You hear me? It would take an act of God. Like real talk. It would take an act of God. But like I said, people are waking up. People are definitely waking up to the BS. You feel me? They are definitely waking up to the BS. Look at this. I came across this. Let me show you the typical Kamala supporter. Watch this.
And Donald Trump trying to divide the country. He's not trying to divide us. Yes, he is. He's trying to unite us. Just because his policies are not like yours doesn't mean he's not trying to. What you mean policies? I said policies. Policies? Yes, what you're spitting at me. When a person tell masochist he gonna build a wall to send us back to their country. Because we have so much illegal immigration. That's why. Look at his wife. How do you think she got here? She's legal. She's not legal. Yes, she's from Europe. There's a way to legally immigrate. Exactly. Did you not know that? You don't know that. Oh my God, it's not my grandparents. Yeah, because you don't know anything. You need to go learn how to spell your first name, go to college, get a high school education, and then you come back and talk to me. Thank you. Do you know his own party is coming against him? Go get a high school education. Because of the racist he teaches. Go get a high school education. I do have a high school education. Any education that my parents sent me to school. Your parents didn't send you to the correct school to teach you about Donald Trump. That's all I got to say. You will learn. Thank you. Are you done? Go read a book. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How about you go learn how to read and get true facts, not lies? And Trump.
This is a fully grown. This is an adult. Yo, Trump derangement syndrome is crazy, bruh. He's so upset he can't even speak clear English. He's so upset. Donald Trump, he brought a wall. Donald Trump, the trap. And he's going to vote. He's going to vote. He's going to vote. That's the scary part about it. And he has on a Black Lives Matter shirt. Do you have any idea how crazy it is to have on a Black Lives Matter shirt in 2024? Nasty work. Nasty work. Crazy. Daniel Trump and Donald and Trump and Trump and Donald Trump. Like what? Oh, sweet Jesus. What has happened to this country? Oh my God. They have injected identity politics, which in all honesty makes people crazy. It makes people crazy, bruh. Donald Trump and Donald Trump and Trump. Watch this. Here's another one. Watch this. So Aiden Ross did a stream. He had YG on there, right? Watch this. Watch this.
Yeah, man. I get what you're saying.
And we feel like Trump is racist, bro.
No, he's not racist. Come on, how is he racist?
Now, did you hear what YG said? We feel like Trump is racist. Not he is racist. We feel like Trump is racist. Watch this.
Yeah, man. I get what you're saying.
And we feel like Trump is racist, bro.
No, he's not racist. Come on, how is he racist? Come on, YG. You know he's not racist, bro. Come on. He was friends with he was friends with everybody. He becomes president, now he's racist? Come on.
He became president and he became racist.
But how?
This Negro said he became president and then he became racist.
Embarrassing. How? Give me an example how he's racist. One.
Bro, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. We on live.
Come on.
No, we on live. No, fuck no. Hell nah.
Give me an example of how he's racist. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. We on live. I don't want to do that. And in the comment section, they can never give one fact ever. This is how they all are. They never can give a single example. They never can give one thing. Should have said Kodak if he's racist. Must not know who Jennifer Hudson is. Every Trump hater gets stumbled by this same question. Because the media told me he is. They never have an answer. YG is a buster. He definitely is. Brody can't even give a reason. Shit got paid by Kamala for $20K. We feel like was your first red flag. Paid off. They can never give an example ever. Come on, YG. He freed ASAP. Bro literally said he became racist when he became president. He showed he barely believes it himself. Sellouts, all of them. Everyone under current contract is compromised. He even made him a diss track, and he can't even say a reason. Yep. He got a whole song talking about F Donald Trump. He had multiple lawsuits and public allegations from before he was president. He ain't got an example. No one can ever give an example of. because it's not true. They never back it up with receipts. They never have an example. Nobody ever has an answer for that accusation on Trump. They can't defend lies. He's getting paid by the left to ride with them. Now, I'm going to keep it real with you, right? In all honesty, what does Trump being racist or not being racist have to do with the state of the country in the past 4 years compared to the state of the country under Trump's 4 years? What does the state of the country under Biden versus the state of the country under Trump have to do with racism? That's the other question they can't answer. That's the other question they can't answer. Like, I'm amazed that people will sit back and they will make excuses to prolong their own destruction. At what point does it stop being about identity politics and start being about the state of the country, the state of the economy, inflation, the cost of groceries, the cost of energy? At what point does it become about that? I have never seen this much cognitive dissonance in my life. I've never seen this much. I've never seen this much delusion. I've never seen this much delusion. It's scary. It's scary to think about how they can get celebrities to continue to push these narratives, and the people believe it. If Donald Trump is so racist, right? Why would Donald Trump sit down with the business owners of Atlanta to try to help them with the issues they got going on right now?
We stand together.
Trump is in Atlanta at a round table full of black business owners. They want change and results. Kamala wasn't invited. They said they were done with identity politics. If he's so racist, why is Trump willing to meet with black business owners? If he's so racist. Why does he have the platinum plan if he's so racist? It literally doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Yo, if you're just coming in here, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the Cash App and support the show. We need 10 people to hit the Cash App and support the show. We need 10 people to hit the Cash App and support the show. Shout out to Bootzilla. Appreciate it. Shout out to Deborah, said just because. Appreciate you, Deborah. And now, by the way, just so y'all know, now the Kamala campaign, shout out to Vincent, he said supporting the channel. Now the Kamala campaign is trying to deny that they reached out to Kai Cenat. So because Kai Cenat doesn't want to do a stream with them the way Aiden Ross did a stream with Donald Trump, they're trying to pretend like they never reached out to him. So we're just expected to believe that Kai Cenat is just lying about that. Do y'all think he's lying? Press 1 in the chat if y'all think Kai is lying about that. Do y'all think he's lying about it? Like, it's really sad. It's really sad the way they're reaching. It's really pathetic. And by the way, her running mate, Walls, whatever his name is, they're saying he's operating. They're saying that he's on some stolen valor shit. They're saying he running around saying he actually went to Iraq and all of these different places, and the dudes that served with him are coming out saying, nah, he lying. He never did that. He never went to war with them. Like, you know how much of a scumbag you gotta be to get on national television and tell everybody you were deployed and you never did? Shout out to Sammy. Sammy said he did. He abandoned his group when they were going to Iraq. Yeah. Yeah. But that's her running mate. That's her running mate. A dude that put in, where is he from? Minnesota? What state is he what state is he over? Minnesota? You know he got legislation in Minnesota to put tampons in the boys' restroom. This is the type of dude we talking about. Did y'all know that? And he's running around here calling the Republicans weird. He's running around here calling the Republicans weird. This dude literally has legislation to put tampons in the boys' bathroom. Yeah, hey, if y'all think I'm lying, look it up. Look it up. They're calling him Tampon Tim. because of it. They're calling him Tampon Tim.
Vice President Kamala Harris selected Governor Tim Walz as her 2024 running mate, and supporters of former President Donald Trump quickly labeled him with a new nickname, Tampon Tim. So where is this coming from? In 2023, Walz backed state legislation requiring public schools to provide feminine products, including tampons, pads, and other items in all restrooms, boys and girls, used by students in grades 4th through 12. Minnesota Republicans sought to amend the legislation before its passage to limit those products to only female restrooms, but were blocked. Walz previously served as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives, on top of a 24-year career as an educator and National Guardsman. His selection by Harris was immediately heralded by progressives and LGBTQ rights groups, but Republicans, including top Trump campaign officials, rushed to tie him to the school bathroom controversy. Trump advisor Stephen Miller, responding to Walz's selection, wrote, quote, "She actually chose Tampon Tim." Shortly after, the term began trending on social media.
He wants tampons in the boys' bathroom. Tampons in the boys' bathroom. This is going to be a vice presidential nod.
Trump campaign spokesperson Caroline Leavitt similarly attacked Walz over the bathroom law during an appearance on Fox News.
And you want to know what's weird? Tim Walz and Kamala Harris, who support men and women's sports, who support chemically castrating young minors, who support putting tampons in men's bathrooms in publicly funded schools. Tim Walz signed that into law. That is weird. The American people know it.
The Harris campaign.
Yeah, buddy. That's who she picked. Tampon Tim. That's who she picked. That's who she picked. Crazy. Crazy. Shout out to Lifeline Music. He said these Democrats are in the sunken place. Facts. That's who she picked. Like, y'all know, look, when I first said it, if you never heard it, when I first said it, y'all was like, wait, what? Trust me, bruh. I'm not, first of all, I could never think of nothing that strange. I would have never, like, I can't make that up because that's not something that's just going to pop up in my head. You feel what I'm saying? Trust me, if I tell you that's what type of time he on, bruh, that's the type of time he on. Like, for real. But you literally got black folk out here talking about some Kamala walls. Vote Kamala walls. What? I'm not voting for Kamala's walls. Oh, it's good. I'm not voting for Kamala's walls. I'm sorry. No. No. Exactly, ESS Munchie. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'll pass. Oh my God. Her entire campaign is a train wreck. Okay? Her entire campaign is a train wreck. Look, somebody said, why didn't he enact the platinum plan in his first term? Well, first of all, he didn't even come up with the platinum plan until he was running the second time. So try again. Try again. Because even when he was in office, he may not have enacted the platinum plan, but he did a bunch of things for black people. So sorry, Mike Hoagland. Why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you do me a favor? He said, screw both sides and give the middle control and accept compromise. No, why don't you do this? Why don't you get the hell out of my live stream and go find some leftist nutcase to follow? You feel me? Do that. Do that. Do that for me. Because I'm not interested. See, the Republicans are sitting back. A lot of Republicans are taking y'all seriously. You feel me? Negotiating with y'all and shit. See, that's really the reason why That's really the reason why they're able to keep manipulating y'all. Because you keep trying to negotiate with them when they're not negotiating in good faith. They're not negotiating in good faith. So, you know, at the end of the day, like, I'm not negotiating with them. I wouldn't negotiate with them. I wouldn't negotiate with them because they're full of it. Let's be real. Let's be totally honest and let's be real. They are full of it. So no. Not negotiating with them. Don't negotiate with them. You feel me? Because they're only interested in manipulating everything. You feel what I'm saying? Shout out to Gary said, if she wins, it's a wrap. Go ahead and give up. That's a fact. If she wins, I don't know how the country survives it. If she wins, I don't know how the country survives it. You feel me? But Philly Ambition says, say no to Kamala and her walls. But anyway, yo, I appreciate you guys for tuning into the show, man. It's been awesome. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to all the sponsors of the show. Appreciate y'all. It's going to be funny when people come in here tomorrow in the next few days wondering where their wrenches are. But yo, y'all already know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go check out my book, The Angryman Standard, available on Amazon. All you have to do is type the Angryman Standard in the search bar on Amazon. It will come up. Or you can click the link down in the description. Check out the merchandise at BINONation.com. I will have some hoodies up there very soon, so be on the lookout for that. But other than that, man, salute to everybody. Salute to all the sponsors. Salute to the whole BINO Nation. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Say no to Kamala's walls. Holler at you. Deuces.
This new incredible fire Spartans! What is your profession?